good, guys? Today I'm bringing you yet another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be against my girl Pixel. Me and Pixel always have really good battles, and this one is no different. As you can see, my team is kind of weird. I brought the Mega Absol. I really want to use Mega Absol, and I want to use it well, and I want to use it to its full ability. But I also brought a Chestnut and a Barbaracle. I just really wanted to switch up my team a little bit. It's kind of hard to use Pokemon that are lesser used, because your team's not going to be as good, obviously, as it's not going to be as good as if you were using a team of Pokemon that are always used, because, you know, they're always used for a reason, which results in me losing a lot more than I normally do. But that's besides the point. She has a weird team as well, which was my point. She has the Florges, and she has the Mandibuzz. But Mandibuzz is actually not a weird choice. It's a really good Pokemon. It's really bulky. It's really annoying. It has a lot of annoying moves, such as Foul Play. It gets Defog. Defog is completely broken. It removes literally everything off the field. Light Screen, Reflect, Spikes, Leech Seed, everything. And it has Overcoat. Overcoat is important because Overcoat actually received the buff this generation. It actually blocks powder moves such as Spore, such as, you know, Sleep Powder, all that kind of stuff. So because of that, I knew she would have Overcoat, which is probably why she led off with her Mandibuzz in the first place. So I just went straight for the Sticky Web. But as you guys can see here, she's probably going to go for the Defog here. And she actually does end up going for the Defog. So she's going to get the Sticky Web out of there. Which is why I think Defog is really broken. It's too good. It's really good. It's a flying move, so nothing is immune to it. And it just gets everything off the field. But here I'm actually going to go for the Shell Smash. Whether she wants to go for the Whirlwind or the Foul Play, it's completely fine with me, because either way I'm going to be able to bring this thing back in later on and set up with it. So she actually does end up going for the Foul Play. She gets a critical hit. Doesn't matter because I do have the Focus Sash. Without the Focus Sash, I would have definitely died regardless. So either way, I'm going to go for the Stone Edge here. She brings out her Gastrodon. And I do get a critical hit on the Gastrodon with the Stone Edge, but it doesn't matter because next turn I'm actually going to hit the Cross Chop. And the combination of the two moves, regardless of me getting the critical hit or not, would have definitely killed the Gastrodon. So her Gastrodon is gone. It didn't have leftovers though, so I'm curious to see what kind of moveset it would have had. But I do end up taking out the Gastrodon with the Cross Chop, and now she's going to go out to her Mega Garchomp, and I'm actually going to go for the Razor Shell. Her Mega Garchomp is pretty intimidating, but I'm not really that scared of it, especially since I'm a lot faster. I'm going to go for the Razor Shell. I know it's going to do a lot regardless, and it does a clean 75%. She's going to go ahead and take me out with the Earthquake. So my Barbaracle did work. It put in a lot of work this battle. It just completely took out the Gastrodon, brought her very, very intimidating Garchomp down to a quarter of its HP. I'm going to be able to go out to my Absol here. Now, I thought she was going to switch out here, but it was way too risky for me not to go for the Sucker Punch because I don't want to die here. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to go straight for the Sucker Punch just in case she does end up wanting to stay in. And just in case she doesn't want to, you know, just let her Garchomp die. So I went for the Sucker Punch. It was the safest move, just in case, like I said, she did want to stay in and attack me. But if she did want to switch out, that's fine. I don't really need to kill the Garchomp now. I just didn't want her to kill me before I killed it. So I'm going to go out to my Excadrill here. And she's going to go for the Wish, I believe. And I don't know. I thought the switch into the Garchomp was way too obvious, so I didn't actually go for the Earthquake. I went for the Swords Dance thinking that she was going to stay in or something. I'm not really quite sure what I was thinking. I just knew that she would not switch into the Garchomp. And even if she did switch into the Garchomp, I'm on a balloon, so I don't think the Garchomp can kill me in one hit no matter what it does. So I just went straight for the Swords Dance just in case she did actually get her Garchomp in, getting all of her HP back. I was just going to, you know, kill it next turn no matter what. So but she actually brings in her Mandibuzz into my Swords Dance. If I had stayed in right there, I would have definitely died because I doubt that the Rock Slide would have killed the Mandibuzz just because of how bulky it is. So I switch in my Chestnut. Chestnut completely eats up the Foul Play because it resists it. So now I'm actually going to go out to my Absol, predicting her to go for the Taunt, and it works like a charm. I bounce back the Taunt with the Magic Bounce, and I actually taunt the Mandibuzz. So Mandibuzz is pretty useless right now. All I can do is Foul Play, so I knew she would switch out. So I'm actually going to take this opportunity to go for the Will-O-Wisp as she brings out her Magnezone. And it actually has a Lumberry, which is kind of weird. You don't really see that on Magnezone too much, especially because it's immune to Toxic and being paralyzed. But either way, I have the Fire Blast on my Mega Absol. This is actually a mixed Mega Absol. I do get the critical hit, but I highly doubt that it mattered. Magnezone doesn't really have the best special defense. It's not bad at all, but it doesn't really have the best special defense, especially combined with its HP. I highly doubt that critical hit mattered too much. But either way, the Lumberry is still kind of strange on the Magnezone. It can only be burned and frozen. I mean, it can be put to sleep too, but she has the Mandibuzz there too. But anyways, I'm actually going to go out to my Chestnut here, and she predicts that very nicely and goes straight for the Fire Blast. I wasn't expecting that. Fire Blast used to be a very common move on Tyranitar, but this generation I have yet to see a Fire Blast Tyranitar except for hers. So that was very nice. That was a very nice move. She caught me off guard there. Now, it seems that she thinks that I can hit her with a fighting type move, so I'm actually going to go for the Seed Bomb, predicting this thing to come in. And I actually don't even have any fighting type moves, but I thought she would switch out because I am a fighting type Pokemon and she was a Tyranitar, so I might as well just go straight for the Seed Bomb and hit whatever comes in. And it happened to be her Florges, so now I'm going to take this opportunity to switch right back to my Excadrill. She cannot touch my Excadrill with this thing. All she can do is probably Moonblast it, but I don't even care about that. So I'm going to switch back into my Excadrill. I'm going to try and catch something with an Earthquake this time. I have a feeling that she's going to try and switch back into her Garchomp, but even if she didn't want to switch back into her Garchomp right now, I wanted to at least try and kill this Florges because it is pretty annoying. It's not really doing anything, but I don't like the fact that it's here. You just need to go away. What's your purpose? You need to stop. But she does try to switch in her Garchomp again, so I just go straight for the Earthquake, and she kind of wasted her Florges' turn. Like, it didn't really do anything useful at all. She tried to switch into her Mandibuzz last time. It didn't really get any HP from the Wish. She tried to switch into her Garchomp this time, and it died, so her Florges is kind of holding her back. It's pretty funny. But anyways, I'm going to switch into my Chestnut here, predicting the foul play, and then predicting the taunt next turn. I'm actually going to switch into my Mega Absol again, just trying to prevent her from taunting anything. So, I mean, it's a good move regardless, because me being able to switch into my Absol here is going to allow me to have the upper hand, because I'm going to be able to burn something. Or, you know, I do have the foul play, which is super effective against the Mandibuzz. So regardless, I'm in a very nice position right now. So I'm actually going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. If I had burned this Mandibuzz earlier, I probably could have done, I probably would have had a much easier time towards the end of this battle. But like I said, I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp right now, but she actually dodges it skillfully. And it's not really a big deal because I'm actually going to reveal the fact that I have foul play, not foul play, play rough, sorry. All these play moves. I'm going to reveal the fact that I have the play rough on my Mega Absol, and it's definitely going to be strong enough to take out the Florges, because Florges' defense is not really that great. So regardless, the mist on the mist didn't really matter on the on the Florges with the Will-O-Wisp. So she's going to go out to her Behemoth. I wanted to stay in and go for the Will-O-Wisp again, but I was pretty scared of this Tyranitar. I had no idea what it wanted to do, so I'm actually going to go for my Brocasso here, because it's pretty useless. It's not going to be able to do much with that Mandibuzz around. But luckily for me, I am able to get my Stealth Rocks, because she misses the Stone Edge with her with her Tyranitar, and it's pretty good. I mean, I had no complaints here. But also, I wanted to go for the Spore on the Tyranitar, and had I done that, I might have had a much easier time as well. But I actually go for the Stealth Rocks first. I wanted to go for the Stealth Rocks first because I just figured that it'd be more useful overall. But as you guys can see, when I go for the Spore, she brings in this freaking annoying Mandibuzz, and the Overcoat completely negates the Spore. So here I make a mistake. She goes for the foul play. I don't know why. I would switch in my Absol into such a strong attack for no reason. It's probably because I thought she was going to go for the Defog, to be honest. And Defog would have still activated no matter what, even with the Magic Bounce. But I didn't think I had a risk of switching in, apparently. But that foul play did a ton of damage, especially because it uses my attack stat. Now here I made a huge mistake. This was my perfect opportunity to burn this thing. But I ended up going for the play rough. First, I thought it would do a lot more, and I was completely and utterly horribly wrong. Jesus Christ, Mandibuzz is bulky. Second, I thought that she might want to switch out because she knew I had the Will-O-Wisp, but she stayed in and went for the foul play and killed me. But either way, it's fine. I was able to do a decent amount of damage to this Mandibuzz here. So now I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, and she is actually going to go for the foul play. So that was her mistake. that was her mistake. I think that she predicted me to use Swords Dance, but that was definitely not the case. There was no way I was going to risk that. But I do end up living the foul play, so all I have to do is hit her Mandibuzz with the Rock Slide. But of course I miss. I missed the Rock Slide. She's going to be able to get off the Roost, so now I'm in a terrible spot, whereas before I was in a great spot. She hadn't Rapid Spin my rocks away, not Rapid Spin, she hadn't defogged my rocks away. All I had to do was hit her with another Rock Slide. Her last Pokemon is Tyranitar, so the Tyranitar would have died to a combination of Earthquake and Seed Bomb from my Chestnut, and her Mandibuzz would have died to that Rock Slide had I not missed. It's really annoying missing moves when they really count, especially when there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, but I mean, what can I say? So this just makes things 10 times more difficult. I'm ruining all of my opportunities one way or another, and it's just, there's nothing I can do about it, and it sucks balls. But I mean, what can I say? So anyways, I'm going to switch out because she just taunted me. I'm going to go out to my Excadrill. I don't really have many choices here. This was probably a bad switch as well, because she goes for the foul play, and she takes out my Excadrill. But I don't really have anything to switch into otherwise, so all I can really do is try to set up with my Talonflame. My Talonflame is probably going to be the key to winning this battle for me. So I send out my Talonflame, keeping in mind that she does have that Tyranitar that can just switch in whenever it wants and crush my entire soul. But I go for the bulk up just to see how much the +1 foul play would do, because I need to set up with this thing later on, like I said. And it does about, what is that, 55%? Because I come back up to half, or about half. No, that's exactly half. I come back up to exactly half. So it does like 55%. And or 56%, 56%, 55%, same shit. So it does like 56%, and this is important because of what happens later on in the battle. You guys, I just wanted you guys to see how much that +1 foul play would do to me because, like I said, of what happens later on. So I go for the Roost here. I was gonna go for the Roost regardless of what she did. Not only that, but I might have an opportunity to stall out her play rough. I mean, not play rough, her foul plays, I'm sorry. If I can stall out her foul plays, then I'll have nothing to worry about later on. But she does switch in her Tyranitar like I thought. I'm going to switch out to my Smeargle here because Smeargle is completely useless, obviously. And she's actually going to end up going for the Stone Edge, and she hits this time, and she takes out my Brocasso. So my last Pokemon are, I believe, my Chestnut and my Talonflame. So what I'm going to try and do is just get as much damage as possible on this Tyranitar here with the Seed Bomb. It doesn't do anything. It does like 35%. Luckily for me, I dodged the, I skillfully dodged the Fire Blast. Nah, she misses the Fire Blast, which is pretty annoying for her as well. So it's not just me that's getting hacked, it's her as well. But she goes for the Fire Blast and misses. I go for another Seed Bomb. I do a little bit more damage, and I die to another Fire Blast. I probably could have tried to stall this thing out a little bit with the Leech Seed and the Spiky Shield, but I don't think it would have mattered in the end, and I think the Seed Bomb was the more appropriate move in the end as well. So this is going to allow me to kill the Tyranitar with a Brave Bird where I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So now it's just Talonflame versus Talonflame versus Mandibuzz. And like I said, you guys are going to see why that why the damage calculation, not damage calculation, but why the amount of damage that the foul play was doing earlier came into play now, because it's really annoying what happens. But basically all I can do is try to set up a bulk up and then try to maybe try to burn her with the Flare Blitz, maybe try to stall out her I was gonna say play rough again, her foul play. Those are pretty much the only options I have, especially that she went for the Roost now, which gave me another opportunity to set up a bulk up. So I wasn't expecting her to do that. I was expecting her to go straight for the foul play, but as you guys are going to see, it doesn't even end up mattering because I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, trying to get a burn or something. Not only that, but I wanted to see how much it would do. It actually does not do that much at all. Considering I am a Talonflame at +1, that did nothing. But as you guys are going to see, she goes for the foul play, and it doesn't take me out quite yet, because we all know it does around 55%, 56%. So what I'm going to do now is go for the Roost here. As soon as the Sandstorm runs out, me going for Roost is going to be restoring exactly the same amount of damage as her foul play is going to be doing to me. But as you guys are going to see, she actually gets a critical hit and there's no way I can come back from that, obviously, because it's my last Pokemon. But like I said, the foul play would have been doing almost exactly as much as the roost and leftovers would have been restoring after the sandstorm was gone. So I might have had a chance there had I just kept roosting and roosting and roosting. Her foul plays would have run out, and I would have been able to take out the Mandibuzz, because she would have been able to do nothing to actually cause physical damage to me. So I thought she was going to roost, to be honest. I mean, not roost. If she had taunted me, then that could have foiled everything, but she hadn't used taunt. So up until that point, we have no idea how that would have turned out without the critical hit. So either way, that was a fantastic battle. Very, very close. Very, very thought-inducing, I guess. Pixel, you're becoming a nice and powerful trainer. So kudos to you, and thank you guys for watching this very long battle. It was I think it was a good one. So either way, you guys deserve a round of applause. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I am out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll be back tomorrow with another probably another playthrough and battle. So stay tuned. Bye.